Hey everyone, today I'll be making some new LEGO Star Wars set ideas from the Clone Wars. There's so much unused potential and content from that era, and I think it's a real goldmine that LEGO should really look into using more. There's so many new ideas and sets we could see from that era and that I really would like to, and so that's why I went ahead and made this video featuring a bunch of my ideas for future battle packs we could get and that I'd want to see. So go ahead and comment down below what battle pack was your favorite and what battle pack you want to see if you have any other ideas. Now my first battle pack here is Delta Squad. A $20 battle pack and you get all 4 members of Delta Squad. That would just be perfect. Everybody wants these guys. They're very famous in the community. And especially with Scorch showing up in the Bad Batch, I think it'd be a great time to do this. Obviously you'd get all 4 of the commandos, Boss, Scorch, Fixer, and Sev. And they got some of the coolest designs out there. It'd just be an absolute treat to see these guys done officially by LEGO. There's so many different custom versions of these guys. And I just hope LEGO gets around to finally making us an official figure of them. Not to mention the Clone Commando mold still eludes us, and so this would be a great way to introduce it. Giving us Delta Squad would be a great way to show off the new mold, as well as give us maybe more opportunities for them to use that mold in the future with other commandos, maybe some Bad Batch sets they can use the commando mold in, as they appear a lot in that show. In the end, I just can't think of another way to get these figures that well, so I think a $20 battle pack would serve perfectly. And that way they'd be very accessible, and they'd fit perfectly given that there's 4 members of the commando squad. The next battle pack I have on my list is a Landing at Point Rain battle pack. Now, this thing's kind of inspired by the recent Clones vs. Droids battle pack. It'll be a versus, so it'll have a $30 price point, and it'll have 2 of those ARF troopers, and then 2 of just kind of the normal Geonosian troopers. And then to oppose them, we'll have 3 Geonosian droids in that kind of more reddish color, and 2 Geonosians. All of these figures here are figures we haven't seen in a long time or ever, and I really think it'd be a great way to introduce them in a battle pack. The Landing at Point Rain arc was a very iconic one, and it was the longest arc in the entire show, running 5 episodes. So it's very memorable. A lot of people think of that arc very fondly, including me, and that's why I want a battle pack off of it. Now, LEGO did make a Geonosian Troopers battle pack in 2014, but it didn't quite hit the mark. It was actually pretty good, but I felt like the community just didn't care that as much because it wasn't of troopers we've really seen before. If they would have done it and used these troopers from Point Rain, I feel like the battle pack would have been way more popular. Again, that battle pack was good. I just think people would have preferred troops that we've seen before, like the ones in Landing at Point Rain. Despite the limited screen time of these troopers, and it's a very specialized legion of clones, it would be very neat to see. I know it's very sought after. There's plenty of customs out there of these Geonosian troopers, so I don't think there'd be a problem selling the set. Not to mention the battle pack would allow the entire scene to basically be recreated. You get all the troopers and figures shown, as well as maybe you can get a Geonosian cannon for the Separatists, and then the clones you can give them, I don't know, something kind of small for them to work with. But just something to recreate that entire scene would be a lot of fun and allow just as much play as that new Clones vs. Droids battle pack does. This is actually one of my favorite set ideas from the list because of how complete it feels, and I think how much I just love the Landing at Point Rain arc. My third battle pack here is the Galactic Marines, and I don't even think I need to explain this one. Everybody has had these guys on their mind since we've seen Revenge of the Sith, and that when they appeared in that Order 66 scene, they were just some of the coolest clones we've ever seen, and unfortunately we haven't seen them too much since then, or really at all, but I know they're on everyone's mind and would love a battle pack of them. Just getting 4 of these guys in one battle pack would be enough. It'd just be a perfect set. And I really hope this one kind of maybe happens for the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith next year. Who knows? That's pretty wishful thinking. I don't know if we'll ever really see these guys. They have very limited screen time, so the possibility isn't that high. But I kind of want to keep my hopes up because they're really neat. In this set for the build, you could probably just put in a scaled down UTAT. Unless they're going to actually give us maybe a full one next year. That's also another possibility. I would say if we get a full UTAT, we probably won't get a battle pack of these guys. I just don't think they'd want to give out 2 set slots to the same legion that's barely really seen. It would be nice, but I'm just being realistic here, and I think a UTAT with them is more likely than a battle pack. This battle pack's still on my mind though, and I think everybody wants it. So who knows? Maybe LEGO will eventually give in and see how much we like this battle pack and give it to us. My fourth battle pack here is the Wolf Pack. Again, just some really neat looking clones that we really haven't seen a ton of. We have actually seen the Wolf Pack a few times before, just very far and few between. Never in a battle pack, which I think is criminal. They are some of the cooler looking clones with their gray, really detailed armor. And I know for a fact LEGO wouldn't have to worry about these guys selling. I couldn't tell you the exact price, but I know these guys go for a hefty price on the aftermarket. This one I have to imagine is definitely on LEGO's mind. The Wolfpack has appeared a good amount. Not a ton, but a good amount in the Clone Wars, so it's definitely possible. Not to mention, of course, like I said, they've made them before. 4 Wolfpack troopers with a Plos Bros inspired build, something with that kind of, blue color scheme they normally run with, would be really cool, and I think it would sell like hotcakes. This thing would fly off the shelves. Hopefully we eventually get a battle pack of these guys. Again, we've gotten them a few times in the past, but never in a large quantity or in a set that we could really army build them in. After that battle pack, I actually have a remake here I'd like to see remade, and that's the old classic Clone Walker battle pack. We haven't really seen any Phase 1 troopers in so long, so I think a remake of this set would be perfect. It was the absolutely perfect set back then, and it still would be. There's no way they can make another Phase 1 battle pack without thinking of this set. It was truly just peak battle pack, and I don't know if they could really ever pass it. So seeing a remake of it would be neat to see for nostalgia's sake, and just to see a good battle pack. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if in an anniversary year or something we get the set remade. I definitely think this set is a matter of when and not if. A remake will definitely come at some point. It's just I'm not sure when. The next one I'd like to see is from another super iconic Clone Wars arc, and that is Darkness on Umbara. I would have an Umbaran Troopers battle pack, and it would include Hardcase, Kix, Jesse, and Tup. These were 4 kind of the main players in that arc. Obviously there are more, but these were kind of the 4 main guys, so that's kind of who I went with. Unfortunately, I don't find this battle pack very likely, but man, I wish it happened. There are so many 501st Troopers from that arc that we learned about and kind of met in those episodes, and I would love to see some of them actually make their way into LEGO. I don't really see them happening in a battle pack, but it would be a decent way to get 4 of them out there if they wanted to kind of just appease the fans and continue giving us from some 501st battle packs, which they have been doing. Ever since the 501st battle pack, they've been making sure some variation of the 501st is on shelves at all times, basically. After that, we had the Ahsoka's Clone Troopers, and then we had the 501st Specialists. Now we have Grogu's Escape, which isn't a battle pack, but it's still keeping some 501st out there. So I think they know how popular they are, and that's why they're kind of trying to push them out so much and keep them on shelves as much as possible. Obviously, these guys wouldn't be really army buildable, but they'd still be really great to see. And the reason I put them in a battle pack is just because I feel like I said, it'd be the best way to get them, because it'd kind of be hard to just make a set and fit them all in there without it being a very expensive set. Like I just said, with all those 501st Troopers coming out, we also have the ARC Trooper 5s as the anniversary figure and the Captain Rex, and these would just make sense. It'd fit with all of them. It'd really complete your army, Like I said, they're really pushing the 501st narrative right now with the ARC Trooper 5s and the Phase 2 Rex we just got. It really makes sense to see them, and it would look super neat, but I don't actually see it happening, unfortunately. Maybe one day we can get some set inspired by it. Who knows? I would like to imagine at some point they will, but it's really hard to say. Alright, my final battle pack is a Special Forces battle pack, and it's actually a Versus battle pack, but in the $20 price range. I'd put in 2 Clone Commandos, along with 2 Droid Commandos and a Droid Commando Captain. The Clone Commandos, like I mentioned, we just haven't seen any yet, and with the Bad Batch featuring them so heavily, it'd be really nice to see them in some capacity in LEGO. And then as far as the Droid Commandos go, we've seen all those figures before, and it was a while ago, so who knows if they still have the molds around, but I would imagine it'd be pretty easy for them to start back and make some more of them. Those Commandos, though, have been missing for a while, and they were made out of the old brown color, so like mine are falling apart, and I'm sure so many others are too. And so this would be a great way to get them in the new improved brown color that doesn't break as easily. For the builds here, for the Separatists, I'd want a Droideka, and then for the clones, maybe just a small build of like cover crates or whatever, and then a thermal detonator too in that crate form. The inspiration for this battle pack was the old Elite Clone Trooper and Commando Droid battle pack. It was just such a great set, and it had really cool clones and droids, and that's what I was going for here with this set too. The clone commandos really need to be introduced, like I said. I just find it absolutely criminal. They're still nowhere to be seen after all these years. Basically, the same thing can be said about the droid commandos with how long they've been gone. Both these troops are just really different and be fun to see made for the first time and made again in the droids case. I think this could be a really fun battle pack, although it might be too specialized for LEGO's case. Alright, like I said, that was actually my last battle pack for the video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Again, make sure to let me know in the comments what battle pack idea was your favorite, or if you have any ideas of your own. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, so let me know that down below. Hopefully LEGO will become more adventurous with their battle packs in the future. Not like they used to be where they'd make bad ones, but maybe just give us a few more interesting characters or different ideas that we haven't seen before. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.